A lot of times I find that people who don't invest in their faith, it it kind of quickly dissipates. It kind of evaporates to the point where sometimes even people that I've had deeply spiritual experiences with, they can't even remember
Right.
these things that happen. It's like they never happened.
Well, one thing I try to do is I call them spiritually defining memories. I try to remember things that really made an impression on me spiritually and not forget them because you're right. People forget them. And so it's a good idea if you have an experience where you feel a force, a heavenly force that blesses you, gives you an answer, directs you in a certain direction. If you even write it down and try to keep it in your life, that's a starting place. I mean, I can remember events as small as when I was a little child praying over where my bunny was, out behind and then being directed to find him. But also much more serious issues where people's lives were in doubt and or people were having difficult times. But you've got to continually have these feelings, and one way we have them is we keep the commandments. When you move away from what you know is right, those feelings start disappearing in your spirit.
So what do you say to someone who has lost their faith or is doesn't feel like God is speaking to them anymore?
I say, let me help you, or let us help you. And you start doing things you haven't done. It is a leap because for someone to get down on his or her knees and say words to a unseen God, that takes a little bit of courage to open up the Bible and read the words of Jesus Christ. That takes courage to say to yourself, I'm going to associate with people who believe. You can regenerate that faith. You can regenerate your trust in God. I believe that. I've seen it 1,000 times. I've seen it tens of thousands of times.